She is an award-winning ballet dancer with 17 years of professional experience, and she is a detailed lighting designer, getting acclaimed in numerous productions. How did they begin? What is their story? They share their personal journeys straight from the art. Dance in Singapore comprises traditional and contemporary forms that reflect the nation's cultural diversity. Classical ballet is one discipline of Western performing arts that has been embraced here through the years. Xia Haiying is an international principal ballet dancer who has worked with many renowned choreographers and teachers. A recipient of the Young Artist Award in 2008, she started her artistic journey in China.
I was not really an active child. I was sick all the time, and that's actually one of the reasons why my mom sent me to a dance course, because she thought that some exercise actually will help me to develop a stronger physicality. So, and then for a girl, she thought that dance is better than sports, and that's why she sent me for a dance class.
Ballet turned out to be a natural fit for Haiying. She was one of the handful who got selected to join the prestigious Beijing Dance Academy.
I didn't really understand what it means to be a professional dancer, but I know that Beijing Dance Academy is the top training school in China. For some reason, I know that I must be special in a way to get selected in. So, and another reason that is that you get to live together with a group of kids at your age, far away from your parents. So that's a lifestyle for me. It was like, okay, yeah, nobody's going to chase the homework after me. So then I decided to go in without exactly knowing what I'm going into. 7 years training was really hard training, but I had a lot of fun.
Haiying eventually graduated with honors. Her exceptional skills in dance caught the attention of Singapore Dance Theatre's former artistic director.
Oh, this is a funny story, because the Singapore Dance Theatre's former artist director, Madam Goh Soo Kim, went to China to look for a dancer, because they were decided to expand Singapore Dance Theatre. So, and then just for happened that she saw one of the competition videotape, and then it was me. I wasn't graduate yet, so and then she came to my school to watch my class. And then after the class, her assistant approached me, said that I got a contract. I was like, I'm still not graduated yet, because it's okay, we know you're graduating soon, that our artist director would like to offer you a contract. And that's how I end up in Singapore.
With Singapore Dance Theatre, Haiying marked another milestone in pursuing her art. But what was it like when she came to Singapore?
It's quite different, because I came here 17 years ago. So the art scene is not as developed as nowadays. But it feels good because you work with a group of people, they're really passionate, even though they don't have the environment at that time. And also I like the repertoire from Singapore Dance Theatre. We got opportunity to work with the international choreographers, which is in China at that time is quite hard because of the language and the policy. You don't get exposed to the international repertoire.
Haiying is elated and thankful to see the growth of Singapore's art scene over the years.
To see how we build up an audience group, how we have more and more people that would like to come to the theatre. And now even better that to see more and more parents and the kids, they start to consider art as a profession. When I first come here, when you say you're a ballet dancer, they will always ask you, so what is your real job? But now, no, the people they are supportive, the parents are most important, and the government, they are supportive. That's to think it's okay, you can make a living, and this is a career.
Now, Haiying is happy to call Singapore her home. She's married to a long-time dance partner from Singapore Dance Theatre, Yasik Bress.
My husband, we used to dance together for years, and we met in Singapore. He came to Singapore actually by invitation from our artist directors. He used to work in Germany, and then we met each other, and then he thought he's only going to come here for a 1-year season contract, and then we met each other, and then he's still here now. Then we have a beautiful baby girl now.
I met Haiying actually when I joined Singapore Dance Theatre after I moved from Europe, when I left Hamburg Ballet. That was in 2003. My first impression of her was someone who really thinks of what she does, all her steps and everything what she was doing at that rehearsal. I saw that she thought through every single step and movement and nuance she was actually doing. And that was quite impressive because we didn't have so much time to do that, which was one of the reasons why I actually joined the Singapore Dance Theatre too.
It was one of Haiying's earlier performances with Yasik that brought them closer together.
Actually doing The Forgotten Land when we worked together a lot. Actually, I must say she was always better into contemporary work than me. So therefore, I start to kind of follow her ideas more and more and more and more. And that was the time actually when I really started to like her approach towards dancing. And then I think that's how I start to really like her. So I think it was true, yes, through our approach towards the art we were doing, we fell in love.
Now that they're married to each other, what is it like to have two dancers living under one roof?
When she's in a studio, everything is about how to perform. So she really put a lot of effort, she put a lot of thoughts into how she wants to perform each single step. When outside, of course, she's just a Haiying, she's just a normal woman, normal person. For all the artists, we are different outside and in the performing and during the performing time. All our focus and attention goes into what we're doing. When you go home, you kind of want to leave your work a little bit aside so you can start afresh next day, right? Because otherwise it might be sometimes too much of taking the work with you. And then, well, sometimes it happens that, coming back home, we start to discuss about the steps, or we start to even practice in the living room, finding a better idea how to do one or the other step together. So that was kind of fun,
After the break, Haiying students talk about their teacher and get to know an artist whose lighting design works have won awards since 2006. Haiying teaches classical ballet at the School of the Arts. Her passion in educating students to achieve their fullest potential has led her to open City Ballet Academy.
This is my new baby. I opened a school. Actually, I wanted to always open a school to do something on my own, and then to teach, to run a place that the way I wanted to. And I planned it for a while, and then managed to finally retired. So I have a time to do it, but then I got pregnant. So, and then postponed it for another year. So this year, April, so I say, I gotta do it, I cannot delay it anymore. So I found a place, and then the size is okay, it's close to what I want, not exactly, but I say, okay, I gotta start it. So just start it and then see how things goes. And then here's my school, City Ballet Academy.
The first thing I thought was like how young and pretty she looks and how slim she was, and she's very inspiring as a dancer, and we always try to imitate her.
She walks the talk, so like whatever she tells us to do, she herself can demonstrate it really well. And she's quite patient with us as well, because she has to repeat stuff over and over again when we don't get it. But yeah, she's still really patient with us.
Her eyes are really sharp, so you always think that sometimes you can get away with like doing something wrong, but she always notices it. I would say she's a very hardworking teacher, because even though I make the mistake over and over again, but she never fails to correct me and to remind me, because somehow ballet you need a lot of corrections, like maybe 100 times before you get it sometimes. So I would say that, you know, she never gives up on us. Yeah, no matter how good we are or not so good we are.
And what is Haiying's advice for aspiring dancers?
I think this is art form. I think it's something to do with the attitude towards life. It's you need to be persistent with what you do. You believe in it and then you don't give up, because nothing comes easy, and then you will never know when that turn will come. So if this is something you love, just walk down the path. You will make it one day.